Welcome to episode 41 of In the Car. Today we're talking about the Fox and the Hedgehog. So this talk goes out to all the artists in the family. You know what I mean. The kid around the dinner table that didn't want to talk about the riders. You know who I'm talking about. The kid that was always different, that always focused on something different. It wasn't like everyone else. So in my family, I was not a fox. I was not good at a lot of things. And if you think about the parable of the fox and the hedgehog, it's the fox is good at many things, very cunning, very smart at a whole bunch of things. And the hedgehog, well, the hedgehog does one thing really, really well. It digs and digs. And so this is from Jim Collins' Good to Great, talks about the visionary companies always were run by a hedgehog. They had this hedgehog vision. So I was compared it to my life. When I found out about that, I was the weird artsy kid. Well, I played a little volleyball, but I was creative and I always thought differently. And I never fixed cars and I never did anything around the house. I wasn't very handy at all. I'm still not very handy at all. Ash does way more around the house than I do. So it's always funny when I go to my parents' place, and this week it was changing my winter tires out, and so I always get razzed a lot, and they like to make fun of me, obviously, the bald guy with the beard, you want to make fun of me. But it was about getting my winter tires changed, and they wanted to do it, and that's the last time I tried to do it on my car. I almost lost two wheels on the way to Calgary. True story, 2 lug nuts fell off. I didn't know you had to retighten them, nobody told me that. So here's my family laughing. It was, yeah, we'll do your winter tires, Jeph. So lo and behold, the foxes come out. And they're changing the tires, and all of a sudden, my car, they can't get 2 of the tires off. Excuse me? You can't get... No, we're taking the tires off. No, they couldn't get the tires off. So I'm sitting there joking, just kind of smiling to myself, and I said, you guys cannot make fun of me for never wanting to do this ever again. Trust professionals. You don't need to be good at a bunch of things. It's not the 1800s or 1900s when you had to know how to hunt and fish and cook and fix around that. Now, I do like to cook. Everyone should be able to cook. But I think in the world today, and a lot of those kids out there that are taught they need to be handy around the house, they need to be able to do all this stuff, maybe they just need to do one thing, and one thing really, really well. And if they do that one thing really, really well, that could become something amazing. That could become their life, what they live for, what they're meant to do. So please, don't make fun of people for not knowing how to do a lot of things. I'm terrible at most things. I always start my class off. I'm only better than you at 2 things. Getting excited about volleyball and baking cookies. Because I make some pretty darn good cookies. So, praise be to the hedgehogs. Get really good at one thing and don't worry about being bad at other things. Peace be to Journey.